Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back into the video today, and today the Houston Astros lose to the Minnesota Twins 6-1. And what I almost said the opening to this series, since you saw Thursday these two teams play, and you see Thursday we saw the Astros 5-2 win, and then you see the Friday day off, and then these two teams resume their series today and tomorrow. It feels like a whole different series. It feels like you're facing a new team, but. Yeah, I mean, this was a rough one for the Astros. 6-1's final score. Astros go to 3-5, take their first road loss of the season, and a lot of things went wrong for this Astros team today. One thing I'm going to say is defensively, this is not a good performance. 2 errors. Jose Altuve made a bad error in the 4th inning, which costed the Astros a run because. The 4th inning, the Twins scored their first run with Ty France. It's an RBI single. Buxton scored on a fielding error by Altuve. Altuve dropped the ball as he was about to throw it, and Buxton would have remained at third base, and the runners would have been on the corners if Jose Altuve would not drop the ball. Then the Twins would go on to score another 5 runs in that 4th inning. Who knows what happens if Altuve would have been able to, go and make that throw correctly and not drop the ball, and it happens, and that's what happens when you move your second baseman to left field. Look, I think in the last couple games in these 2 series, he's made some nice plays. He's been able to get some nice catches. He did today. He did Thursday as well. I feel like the problem is with Jose Altuve is where you get killed with him being in the outfield is when you have base hits sent to him and his arm has to be tested. That is not what helps the Astros at all. And I don't know how long I just really don't know how long this left field experience is going to last with the Astros. And if they try to go with this left field Jose Altuve thing the entire season, it's going to be rough because I don't know. It's not like Altuve's mistake in left field is the sole reason the Astros lost this game, because the offense was for someone was kind of terrible today. When I say the offense was kind of terrible today, the offense had 9 hits today. 12 men reached base for this Astros team today. So I actually thought the offense did a solid job, but where the offense didn't do a solid job was when runners were in scoring position. Today, they were actually able to, reach the most runners in scoring position at-bats they've ever had this season. 10 at-bats. Before that, the most at-bats they've received in a game with runners in scoring position was 8. So they had a season-high 10 at-bats with runners in scoring position. But 1 for 10 with runners in scoring position today. Offensively, that is what killed the Astros today. It wasn't, not being able to get hits. Other games you've seen the Astros just offensively, them not being able to get hits, them not being able to get runners on base. But they did that today. They got 9 hits. They even had quite a few extra base hits. Altuve hit a home run. The Astros had a couple doubles outside of that. They were actually able to get hits today and get runners on base, and that's been a problem before. The problem was that this offense today was with runners in scoring position. And after today, the Astros are now 8 for 46 in the first 8 games of the season with runners in scoring position. That equals to, this is terrible, a 174 batting average with runners in scoring position for this Astros team. Now, Thursday, we saw the best we've seen from this Astros team with runners in scoring position for them going 2 for 4, which is crazy that's the best we've seen. And then today, you see the worst of 1 for 10. All right. Before that, the worst was like 1 for 8. But yeah, 6-1 final score, 9 hits for the Astros. Like I said, that's tied. That is tied for the most hits the Astros have all season. Their last game they had 9. The only difference between this game and last game was 9 hits and scoring 5 runs, and today it's 9 hits scoring 1 run. And also I want to mention, I said 1 for 10 with runners in scoring position. That only hit today was a Jose Altuve infield single when Jake Myers was on second base and it didn't even score a run. And that is two of the Astros hits with runners in scoring position. Two Altuve infield singles. There was one against the Giants a couple days ago, and now there's one against the Twins. So the Astros are batting 174 with runners in scoring position, and two of those hits are Altuve infield singles that didn't score a run. So yeah, so only 6 of those hits are actually hits to the outfield. But yeah, all right. 2 errors for the Astros. One went to Altuve. Win goes to Sands. He's 1-0 on the year now. Pitched 1 inning. Gave 0 hits, 0 runs, 2 strikeouts, 0 walks. Loss goes to Spencer Arrighetti. He looked perfect until that 4th inning started. I think walks kind of hurt him. He did give up 3 walks, not even 4 innings of work. But things went south for him. Really went south for Spencer when the Altuve error happened. 3 hits given up, 5 earned runs, 3 strikeouts, 3 walks. I mean, he was on pace with a great outing today before everything went to chaos for this team in the 4th inning. And it was really good. He had no hits going into that 4th inning. Didn't do any damage before that. You know what? He might have given up 1 walk, one or 2. I think he had given up 1 walk before that 4th inning. There was not a lot of damage at all by Spencer in this game before that 4th inning. Things really went south for him in this game. Scoring summary: Altuve did hit a home run to left, 359 feet, 1-0. His first leadoff home run of the season, his second home run of the season. How about this? In the playoffs a couple years ago, Jose Altuve sent Bailey Ober deep in Game 1 of the no, I don't know if it was Game 1. I don't know if it wasn't Game 1, I don't think. But it was one of the games that the Astros played in the playoffs against the Twins. Astros, I don't know if it honestly, I don't know if it was, I think it was 2022, most recently when the Astros played the Twins in the playoffs, but I know they've played the Twins in other series as well in the postseason. But there was one playoff game against the Twins where Jose Altuve sent a leadoff home run against Bailey Ober, and then today, Bailey Ober pitching for the Twins, leadoff hitter Altuve hits a home run. Yeah, now that I think about it, that was definitely 2022. It was definitely in the 2022 series because, it was 2023 that the Astros faced the Twins because I know the Astros faced them in 2019 or something like that, and or no, maybe that was 2021. But one of the times that the Astros faced the Twins in the playoffs, George Springer was still in the Astros. It would have been a leadoff home run for Altuve. But I saw some TikTok today of some Astros fan posting the clip of Jose Altuve hitting the leadoff home run over Bailey Ober in the postseason when that happened, and basically saying, oh yeah, like this is gonna happen again, and somehow it happened, and Altuve hit that home run against Bailey Ober, and that wasn't his only that wasn't just his second home run against Ober. That was his 3rd home run against him. So, yeah, he's had some really good, success against Bailey, and then had 2 hits the rest of the way, but those weren't against Bailey. That was 7th inning infield single. Bailey Ober was already out of the game, and then 9th inning single to right for Altuve. He was 3 for 5. 4th inning, I talked about the bad 4th inning. There was 6 runs for the Twins. We saw the single for France that scored Buxton, and Altuve made the error. Then that led to a Miranda home run, 3-run home run, 4-1, a Wallner RBI double, and Correa reached on an infield single. It scored Wallner on throwing error by pitcher Taylor Scott, and that was it. Altuve, 3 for 5 today. As I mentioned, a home run, RBI, home run, first inning, 2 singles in the 7th and the 9th. Altuve's second hit with runners in scoring position this season, both infield singles. Isaac Paredes, 1 for 4 today, was hit by pitch in the 7th that led to the bases being loaded, and the Astros failed with that. That was really bad. Yes, it was 6-1, but bases were loaded, 1 out. You had Yordan Alvarez, Christian Walker. Yordan struck out, and I think Christian Walker flied out. But Isaac in the 5th inning, single to center. So it wasn't a bad day for Isaac. Yordan Alvarez, 1 for 5 today, single to right in the 5th inning, but struck out 2 times, flied out to right in the 1st, 9th inning ground out to 2nd. he's had terrible numbers this year when the Astros put him at DH. You look at we played one game at left field, 2 for 4. And if you also look at Yordan Alvarez in his career, has way better numbers in left field than he does DH. It's so weird. Like I'd like to see the Astros potentially play Yordan Alvarez a little bit in left field because it seems like offensively he is better when he is in left field than he's at DH just offensively. Christian Walker, 0 for 4, struck out twice today, flied out twice after his best day as an Astro the other day, went 2 for 3 with a home run and a single and reached base 3 times against the Twins in the game 1 of this series. Yainer Diaz has just been pitiful. Second inning walk, batting average less than 100, struck out twice, flied out to center. I don't think we should freak out about Yainer Diaz. We saw this last year. The only difference between this year Yainer Diaz and last year is last year Yainer Diaz for the first couple weeks of the season was actually playing really well. Started off the season really hot first couple weeks of the season, and then we see him go on this run for a couple months or about a month and a half maybe where he looks like one of the worst hitters in the lineup, and everybody's starting to say, "Oh, Dusty Baker was right. Dusty Baker was right. He sucks. This, that," and then he starts to catch fire around the May, June area for this last year's team. So I got to say, we saw him last year start off really hot to the season, then go through this month and a half, 2-month stretch where he looks terrible, and then the rest of the season he turns into this outstanding hitter for this Houston Astros team. So I'd rather him get out these struggles early for this Astros squad now than later. So we saw struggles last year. We're seeing it again, but this time instead of it being, not starts off the season hot, then turns cold, it's starting off the season cold. All right, Jeremy Pena, 2 for 4 today, 2 singles, 2-hit day for Jeremy. Brendan Rodgers went 1 for 3. He was killer last game, went 3 for 4, 3 RBIs today. Was good, not as good as he was last game, but a 4th inning walk and a double to center, 8th inning. So good day for Brendan Rodgers. I've said it. Other Astros fans have said it. Jeff Blum said it the other day. Brendan Rodgers, and I think he's key to this lineup in these games. This series against the Twins, the series coming up against Seattle, he is used to playing in the cold with his days with Colorado, and so that's why I think he's having a lot of success right now, or more comfortable than some of the other guys. He's very used to playing in the cold, playing with the Rockies. But Cam Smith, 0 for 4, struck out 3 times, flat out to left. Oh, look, I don't want to say anything bad about the kid. He's a 22-year-old rookie making his first run in Major League Baseball. But I think maybe the Astros need to ease off a little bit of playing him. I don't want to see him sent to AAA or anything. I don't think it's time to do that, but maybe it's time to look at a guy like Zach DeZenzo and give Zach DeZenzo more playing time. I like what Zach DeZenzo showed off early on. So if you're the Astros, I think maybe you look to play Zach DeZenzo a little bit more with Cam Smith struggling right now. Jake Myers went 1 for 4 today. Jake has had a lot of time off recently, and he doubled to center in the 7th, and that was really it for Jake today, going 1 for 4. I talked about Spencer Arrighetti's 3 2/3. Taylor Scott pitched the rest of the 4th, got 1 out, but gave up 2 hits. Didn't have an earned run charged to him because of an error. That's how they scored the run in the 4th inning, but did give up 2 hits, and that was it for Scott. Still doesn't have an earned run charge to him this season. How about Ryan Gusta, though? I love watching this guy pitch. Rookie pitched 3 innings again today. All 3 of his major league games have been games where he pitches multiple innings. First 2 pitched 2 innings. Then today he pitches 3 innings. Only gives up 1 hit and 1 walk. Has 4 strikeouts. So far, we have seen with Gusto him pitch a total of 7 innings with only 1 earned run for this Astros team. I think at this point has only given up, I want to say it's like 3 or 4 hits, and has a good amount of strikeouts as well. Has like it's not. I know he had 4 strikeouts in his last outing. He has 4 again today, and I want to say he's at 10 strikeouts now. It might be 9 though. So he's looked good. Steven Okert, how about him? He pitches the 8th inning in this game, and he strikes out the side. He was in Minnesota last year, so I'm sure it felt good for him to come back to Minnesota and pitch the eighth inning and strike out the side. That had to feel really good for Okert. And he has yet to give up an earned run this season as well. And he's pitched, I think, at least 3 games. 3 games for this Astros squad. Might be 4, but I think it's 3. And going back to spring training, and his 3 games that he's pitched this season has not given up an earned run. That's the reason why he made this Astros roster, because he didn't give up an earned run in spring, and so he's killed it. So you love seeing guys like Okert and Gusto have success from innings 4 to 8, but it's bad that their success is kind of not focused on as much because this was a terrible loss for the Astros 6-1. Let me know your thoughts on the game in the comment section, and peace out. Go Astros.